YouTube land. Welcome to today's video. As you can see by the title, it's all about why aquaponics. Why would you choose that for your property, your situation? Hopefully I'll go over a few things and help you make that decision. So, for those who don't know, I'll just give you a basic rundown of the concept of aquaponics. So this is my system here. Down the bottom, where are we? Down the bottom we have the fish tank. Where you keep fish in it. That's about 600 to 700 litres. Up the top you have a grow bed. There's a pump that pumps the, so if you feed the fish, they poop and whatnot in the water. We have a pump that pumps the water around, up to the top and into the grow bed. The plants in here then filter it, take out the nutrients and the, the mess that the fish are made of the water. They grow from those nutrients, providing you with fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, herbs. Then the water, there's a drain in the system that allows the water to drain back down into the fish tank, which gives nice clean water to the fish and also aerates it at the time. I've turned my pump off just for the moment because it's very noisy. Now you've got a basic concept of what aquaponics is. Why would you like to choose it? I, for one, do not have a green thumb. As you can see here, here's a couple of my herb plants. What do I got here? Garlic chives here, and regular chives over here. Those plants have been in that system for the best part of 2.5 years. If anything, I have to trim them back because they grow so efficiently that I can't keep up with the usage. I'm always putting chives and garlic chives into all of our dishes and still can't keep up. I've tried growing chives in traditional soil garden before. They'll grow for a while, I'll get a few uses out of them, and then they just seem to keel over after a month or two. Whereas this, like I said, been going for a good 2.5 years, haven't had to replace them. So, and the reason for that is the water supply. There's a constant water supply. They take out exactly what they need. The water's always moving, so they don't sit in still water and have the roots rot, which you can do if you overwater in a traditional soil garden. So, just for ease of growing, it's a low maintenance thing. You don't have to come out here and constantly check whether you've watered or not. In terms of water efficiency, in a traditional soil garden, it takes so much water to grow a head of lettuce. Okay? But if you have that same lettuce in an aquaponic system, it uses a lot less. And the reason for that is you waste a lot of water when you go out and water your garden with a hose or a sprinkler or whatever. There are other ways of doing it with drip systems which are more efficient, but that's really only useful for large plants like fruit trees. For small things like herbs and stuff, that's not really efficient either. You will lose water through evaporation, just from the fish tank, and there are ways to minimise that in systems. And through the plants themselves, they give off water in a vapour like to the atmosphere as well. But as I said, it's a lot more efficient than a soil garden in terms of water usage, which is a plus for the environment. Fish. We have fish in the bottom, so you can grow. At the moment I have goldfish and some few native fish in there, rainbows and some gudgeons. But there's nothing stopping you from keeping a meat type of fish, something you can grow up and eat. In Northern Australia here it'd be barramundi or jade perch. Further south it'd be things like trout, silver perch or Murray cod. There are others, other types of fish. In North America it'd be something like tilapia, I believe, is very popular. And other options for freshwater would be something like yabbies. Up here the local variety is called a red claw. Over in WA it's called a marron, I believe. But and in America you call them crawfish, I believe. So if fish aren't your thing but you like freshwater crayfish, then that's another option. Just in terms of size. This is a 1,000 litre tote. It doesn't take up much space. It'll be a couple of metres square at best, maybe 3 if you include a walkway all around. But you can go smaller. If you live in an apartment complex and all you have is a veranda, you could use, where are we? One of these little barrels. That's a plastic 44-gallon drum. The concept's the same. What you would basically do, where are we? So you would chop off the top, flip it over. That would become your grow bed, and in the bottom you would have your fish tank. So it's basically a small version of this, which this used to be one tank, chopped off the top, flipped it over, that became the grow bed, that became the fish tank. So I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of how to make things like this. There are experts out there who know all sorts of stuff that I don't. But if you look up, say, Rob Bob's Backyard Farming or Backyard Aquaponics, that's one word, Backyard Aquaponics, they in particular have a video that has almost 1 million views on it, which is pretty impressive, which is all about the IBC, which is what this is. This is an IBC container, and exactly how to cut it down, exactly what size fittings to use, and that's what I used as my tutorial to make this. It was very easy to follow. A couple of trips to the hardware store to get some fittings. You need some tools, drill, maybe a grinder, and it's pretty easy to put together. Once you have everything, it'll probably take you a day to put it together. It's just a matter of collecting those things. The IBC tote, these are used for transporting liquid chemicals and or food around the world. So it holds 1,000 litres when it's in one piece. Things like, when I say liquid food, things like maple syrup or corn syrup or something like that. If you want to move it from America to Australia, this is the sort of container you use in bulk. So if you can get a food grade one, that's perfect. If you can get one that has had chemicals in it, so long as that chemical is water soluble, you can just clean it out and it'll be good to go. So just do a bit of research, make sure that what it had in it is safe. So yeah, water efficiency, ease of growing food, space, these are all pluses. So I definitely recommend having this sort of system if you are looking at growing food, in particular fish. It's a lot better than trying to do simply an aquaculture or simply a hydroponic system. It takes the best of both of those, puts them together and makes something better. A lot less maintenance involved because it's self-cleaning. The only thing you really have to do, and this is basic, this is your basic maintenance. You have to feed your fish and you have to top it up with water occasionally. There are other maintenance issues that you have to do, but they are more long-term, so every couple of years, and mine's about due for it. I'm going to have to pull all these plants out and clean the media. It's filled with roots and bits of soil that have got in there, and it's starting to clog up the system because you want the water free flowing. So mine's starting to clog up. It's like I said, it's got all those old roots from old plants. It's been going for 2.5 years. I've been putting it off, but I really need to get into that. So those sort of maintenance issues are a long-term type thing, but the regular maintenance is feeding the fish and topping it up with water every now and then. So yeah, a lot more efficient from those sort of things. So that's basically the concept of today's video. I hope I've managed to talk you around to doing it. It's a great concept, the old aquaponics. I have plans for expansion here. You'll see it in the next video or two. The next video I plan to talk about my pool to pond conversion. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some red claw. I'll put down traps the night before and hopefully pull a few up. So I'm going to talk about that and how to do a pool to pond conversion. And yeah, the red claw should be the star of the show in that one. And talk myself up there, so I better catch one now. So anyway, until next time, have a great day.